My name is Lark. I'm here with the Hutchings Museum, and today what we are doing is we are making a terrarium in a jar. So with it being enclosed like this, we are able to monitor the carbon that we're adding in, as well as the water. We'll be able to look at what the water cycle inside of an enclosed ecosystem like this looks like. So the first thing we'll be doing is adding some rocks at the bottom of our jar. That is going to act as a drainage layer for some of that water to go seep down into. Most of our plants do not like to be sitting in stagnant water. This will help them to keep the humidity level where it should be in that soil. Then we will be adding a little bit of dried moss on the bottom there. That dried moss will act as a separation between the soil we're adding and the water that's at the very bottom in those rocks. It'll also act as a wick to pull the water from the bottom up into that substrate as well. So then we'll be adding some garden soil to this jar. That is where our plants and our moss will be growing from. After we add the substrate, we'll be adding some moss up on top. Now this moss we did collect from outside, but be sure when you're collecting moss outside that you do not pull up giant sheets of it. Moss takes a long time to grow, so it's much better to just take little portions and then add those into your jar and let the outside moss continue growing. After we do that, we'll be adding a little bit of carbon pellets. That will just help to add a little bit more of that carbon that this moss will like. And then afterwards, we'll be putting in our detritivores. Now today we have the springtails and also some zebra isopods. By adding those, we'll be able to use them to break down a lot of the brown matter that's inside of this, and it'll help to keep this ecosystem enclosed and keep it growing. Now in a week or two, we'll be checking back in to see how this ecosystem has established itself, and we can then take note of any differences or if it's grown or if it hasn't grown since that point.